Record. All right, guys.
I got one more for you.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
What about EU?
EU. Let's look at it.
It's got a lot of trades open too.
Of what buys?
Yeah,
Buys. Man, this is, let's see. So let's look at the bingo.
I guess that one made a new level too.
So yeah. So if you notice, this is head and shoulder. So with that being said, you expect possibly a pullback and then continue dropping. Okay, so this is your watch area, somewhere around here, somewhere
That's
around
what
here.
Arabian is at too. Cool.
hmm This is
How many pips is that?
uh, let's see. Hold on, bro. Give me a sec. Where price is at right now? About at least 60.
60
I'd say
on the
50.
4 hour chart.
Yeah, on the 4 hour. Yeah, give it 50. So also, however, it may keep dropping though because this looks like it wants to cross. Just if bro, if these three cross, bro, this is gonna go like like down.
Gonna continue.
It's gonna go much lower, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. But I'm actually I'm about to talk about holding trades, bro. So I'm gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna answer some questions. I think Scotty he had a question too. I'll get to you, buddy. Um, but yeah,
All right.
it's, so it's only seven of us. All right, cool. So let's get started. I'll get with you right now, Scotty. And okay, so one of the main questions I got was about the anchor point of the week. Some people are having a hard time finding it. Okay, so remember how we talked about the Yellen speech, right? Okay, so they did this, right, and they dropped. All right, so here in this instance, guys, they anchored on a Friday. Okay, so what does this mean? This pretty much means that you expect 2.5 to 3 days of fall to rise. All right, but on this one is fall. So Friday, let me use the time periods. So this was Friday. This was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So what is the next move? All right. To me, I'm still expecting more drop though, even though I've taught you guys that 2.5 to 3 days of level, of rise or fall. Why? Because of the NFP on Friday. So possibly they're gonna come around here. If anything, it'd actually be even great if they did a midweek reversal. But for a midweek reversal to occur, it has to be most of the time it happens on Wednesday, right? On a Wednesday, they can do it on a Thursday. Um, but uh, but yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Okay, so possibly around here and then continue dropping. All right. If you notice, pins kind of like a double top with the trend. You see how it's trading below your water. Okay, it's price is still below. Well, not here, but you get the point, right? It's still below. All right, so if you're not using your mustard and your ketchup to show you the trend that is still good, just use your water. See how every time it came across it, it just bounced off of it. It came, and then, you know, okay, yeah. Uh, so yeah, uh, Sheila, you had a question on the anchor point. Do you know what was it specifically? Something that you're missing from it, besides that I explained that they can anchor in on a Friday and complete the pattern, possibly Wednesday midweek reversal, or continue dropping because of the news. What was your question specifically, bro?
No, I think that's it. I think you've explained it pretty well. Um, because what I was under the impression of was that every beginning of every week we then start looking for the anchor point. I wasn't aware that if it anchors on a Friday, then we start counting from Friday.
Oh yes, 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 definitely. See, like, remember, they won't always do it Sunday, Monday, right? Because if they always did it, but even though they do it often, but if they always did it like that, people that know this method, like you and I and every one of my students, we would have already identified this. We would have been swinging for Sunday, from Sunday to Monday to like Wednesday. You know, it would be a piece of cake, but unfortunately, it's not like that. So, with that being said, that's why they changed the anchor points ever so slightly, but still the same thing. So, if you notice this on the Friday, you grab these guys, end the weekend, right? Like this. They actually ended like that, a small gap, confuse you, right? You still expect drop from this anchor point, right? And remember how I said that the anchor point is valid? It, it can be 50 to 75 pips if you want to be sure, but I usually just do like 30 to 50. But here, this is more than 50 pips. Let's see. Let's count it actually. What price was that? All right, here. Let's just say you caught it. This is this is over 100 pips. So you know you got it. You got the anchor point. This is my number to be sure. But if you have 100 pip away from this area on a Friday, you got it. Just try to look for shorts. All right, look for shorts, and on the larger time frame. Okay, you can also like I was telling Shorty how on the larger time frame, see how it's a big head and shoulders. It's a big head and shoulders. All right, so right the cycle. Okay, possibly an A here. Do this, pull back, right? Just kind of like a higher, lower lows, lower highs, right? Kind of like a technical way, all right? But we use this, right? And then possibly reverse, right? In the larger time frame, okay? But intraday, it's a little different. So different as of in that you have to look for like I'd say shorts, more like shorts, like on the water and stuff. Because on the 4 hour, it's kind of different, but it gives you a directional bias in the long run. All right. But yeah, so you could enter here. You see all these straightaways. Well, not straightaways, but yeah, straightaways actually. Yeah, these are straightaways. You see how it follows. Okay. All right. I think someone had a question on GU. I saw it this morning. Let's see. GBP. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. They're holding the level. What does that mean? Fractional disparity. So what pairs are they working? GBP CHF, GBP JPY possibly. You guys go look at it right now. Yeah, they're working this area too. Let's look at GBP CHF. a second, guys. Chef, CAD. Okay, nice. Let's look at this one. Interesting. They're holding this level too. Is there any news tonight? By the way, let me check. Most likely you're doing that because of that. Let's see. Let's see.
Question regards to the news.
Yeah. What's up?
So when they're holding a level and news is about to come out, that's when they release more price action, and it can either go either up or down. So what?
That's a good question. Actually, the news, remember, they complete the pattern. However, the news, yes, okay. So from fine. So from what I taught you,
Shouldn't play the news though. Pretty risky.
Yeah, you're right.
give me a second, guys.
Just want to get an understanding. Like, I mean, it should obviously give us like a pattern of what way is going to go after the news, right?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So pretty much the news. Okay. Actually, I have screenshots. I'm sure y'all seen it, but I'll just draw it. All right. Well, just this is an example. Okay. So remember the pattern. Doing this all the time until you get it. Okay. Level 3 or level 1 for you, Shorty. Level 1, because I know you want to know both sides. Okay. So if they're holding the level here and they're doing this and there's news coming. Okay, so I just looked at the news, by the way. There's news for Europe. So I'm gonna see what that's gonna do, okay? Okay. If they're holding the level like this and there's news release, everything I've taught you applies to the news, okay? Example, the news come in like 5 hours? Isn't that 2:40 around the 2:30, 2:45 a.m. Brinks trade, right? Isn't this what I've taught you? This is around that time. So, okay, Cash, so what do we expect? If the news happen at this time and you know where you are in the cycle, you expect this. Either if it's an M, if you see like this, and then the news release might possibly give you issue a second leg, maybe because the news, you know how news are, they might spike this area. However, everything again applies. Your box, you can use your box, but your HOD first of all. Key. This is key, right? Always. That's 1. If you have a pivot point there, let's say a M4, cool. Add that as an extra confirmation. There's I actually have this. Well, you don't have. I'll share it with you guys. I have the weekly bands. Is the weekly bands where price has been? I can share it with you guys if you're interested. It looks like this. Hold on. Yes, I can, guys. Like this. This is how how you do the 4-hour analyzation if you want, if you will. Okay. I'll share it with you guys later if you want. Okay. So back to this. Okay. M4 HOD, the timing element, your shadow box, your gray box, right? Gray box. The gray box here. Okay, cool. If they do spike this area and close with this time and your HOD and your M4, everything lining up, you're on A3 or level 3 rise on intraday, take it with the news. they'll possibly close here and then drop. However, I have seen this though. I have seen that as soon as the news come, they just bam and drop. Okay. So that's what the news does. Sometimes they give you the second leg. So if they're holding the level 30 to 90 minutes, and you see like, well, like, I don't know, let's say 5 candles. Let's just say it's like this, and then they do this, but price closes, right? Same thing, like this. Gold, take it, take it. Kind of like what GBP USD last night, right, guys? For those who were with me on that GU, we bought it together, multi-session W. Even though, remember, even though it was against the trend, however, I taught you that the multi-session M's and W's are very, very powerful. And you guys were my witness of that last night, right? For those who were there with me. All right, let's see. Let's take a quick look at it.
EU actually going up right now.
Oh, really?
So it might not hit that low. But then it is in consolidations or agent session.
Okay, I'm gonna look at that right now, bro. Give me a sec. All right, so yeah, see, we saw this last night. We were like, all right, awesome. Look, it hit take profit here and take profit there. Nice, you know. And look at this. We were against the trend, but this was a powerful reversal. Okay. All right. So let's look at EU. Let's see. Let's see what you're talking about, Shorty.
It's only at 22 pips right now.
Okay, let's see. Asian box, kind of funny. I do see this though. Oh, you can't see that color. I do see this though. Very interesting. Actually, I see 3 pins. Oh well. Okay. Midweek reversal. Are they sitting up? Let's see. Give me a sec.
I already closed out all my trades anyway.
Oh, okay then.
But then it's still climbing though.
Yeah, I see it. That's why I don't trade. I usually try not to trade the Asian session because, you know, like I've thought, is a very difficult time to trade. Okay. But yeah, guys, so back to that news thing, all right? Because see, some of y'all want to trade the news, so might as well show y'all how to do it. Okay, so some of you guys are new here, as I was saying. Okay, news, NFP. All right, so some of y'all know NFP is once a month, every beginning of the month, right? They release US data on the what is it, non-farm payrolls, on if it's good or bad. Okay, so NFP is also a trigger to complete the pattern. Like I illustrated on day 3 of my videos. I showed you what NFP did. It was on level 3 on gold, and they dropped to hell. All my moving averages were leading with price. Gold, I took it. But yeah, NFP also completes the pattern. However, okay, so here's if you're gonna take the risk, which I do not want you to do, okay, like I told you on Sunday, if you can show me you can do second legs and W's with ease, straightaways, until you can show me that you can do that, then you can move on to the news. And then after the news, you can start learning how to swing trade. So you won't even have to keep looking at your phone anymore and see if you're down, because you know where the whole market structure is going. You just swing trade and grab your 100 pips per pair, or so on and so forth, right? Okay. So the news, NFP, from my experience, it's always been a full green bar. Oh, it's black, but okay. A full green bar, about what, like 150 pip rise, or a big fat red bar. Just one burst, no stop hunt. Like it just goes, right? Okay. A burst in price. So NFP, okay. There was one occasion though, just FYI, that I saw NFP do this. They came here and then they did this and ended in a hammer. So they trapped buyers and sellers for the weekend and carried them over. All right. But for the most part, NFP does green full bars, red full bars. Okay. So my point with that is, if you can identify where you are in the market maker cycle, and you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, your levels, your days of rise, days of fall, okay? And by the way, for your information, whatever they say, the news, the NFP was good for, it was good for the dollar. No, that's crap. Why? For the Yellen speech, I was looking at investing.com, and it said that the dollar may surge, and then it said, oh, Yellen said that next time something. I'm like, what the hell? This doesn't make sense to what just happened with the markets. Like, you see how they don't line up, and this is how. Oh, that's a better question. Can you? Oh, okay, cool. All right, so you see how? What was I saying? Gosh, I forgot. Uh, oh, okay. So the Yellen information.
Yellen. Oh,
Yeah. Thanks. I kind of forgot already, but I got it. Yeah, the Yellen. See how those numbers don't line up? Like, you're like, so retail traders usually, okay. Just a quick. Okay, retail traders do this for news. I've done it before, so I'm no exception. All right, for news. Okay, this. All right, they will put a buy stop here, buy stop right there, just in case it hit their buy stop, quotation marks, and they put a sell stop here, just in case price went down here, quotation marks, right? We don't use this because you know what they do. They hit the stop rise, they hit the stop low, whatever, so on and so forth. Okay. For the Yellen speech, okay, so two scenarios. Okay. For the Yellen speech, people were like, okay, well, I always do this for news, so I'm going to do this technique, which is crap, by the way. But also, this is also crap because I had a buddy of mine who did a buy stop, and that buy stop pushed up 100 more pips. And he got stopped out with negative like 100 pips. And also, more info on the news. Sometimes your stop losses will get ignored. Has anyone traded the news here before and your stop loss got ignored? All right. If you have been a victim of it, I feel your pain. Actually, they have this written down when you sign your contract, by the way, that they have the right to act like they did not see your stop loss, because their excuse is going to be like, oh, price movement is too fast. And yeah, nah. crap. So get rid of the buy stops, guys. If you still using them, sell stops for news. Okay. Do not do this for news. Okay. Scenario 2. This is the retail mindset. All right. No offense to nobody, to anybody. No offense. Okay. Second scenario, retail traders, they look at the numbers. Example, if you look at my FX book, you see how the timer, there's a timer on the, upgrade, no. Okay, there's a timer on the news, like 5 seconds left, and they wait for the numbers, either green or red, right? Good or bad numbers for the US or for whatever pair they're looking at. So they do this. So if they see green numbers, which is good for the currency, let's just say for USD, let's just say it was I don't know what, trade balance. Let's just say it was good, right? It was green numbers, right? So people, retail mindset, think, okay, so it was good. Let me buy real quick. Good for the currency. Next thing you know, they do this. They actually drop. So now you're stuck in the buy. Now you're like, but why? Well, I'm not understanding. I mean, it was good for the dollar. Why isn't it rising? Because now that you guys know this method, you guys know that this is crap. This just completes the cycle. Okay? This completes the cycle. Market maker pattern, all right? So avoid these numbers, avoid buy stops and sell stops. Okay? And also, very important, your take profits on news. Okay? All right. I've seen it happen, guys, okay? So just giving you a heads up. When you put a take profit on news, I believe it last time I believe if it surpassed the take profit. Okay, let me get some of it out so I can show you what okay. She, I think, had a take profit somewhere around here. All right, example at price 1.0500. Okay, price was at a 1.010. Okay, it's just an example. Okay, price rose, and the take profit should have taken profit, right? However, it didn't. And what happened next? Price went back down, and he got stopped out. So sometimes, with that being said, sometimes your take profit won't work. So in order to avoid all these broker issues and all this stuff, just market execute. For news, if you're going to trade them, I've heard an hour earlier, but I just do like 15 to 30 minutes earlier, honestly. It's not a big deal if you know where you are in the market cycle, because there are some brokers, just listen to this, all right? There are some evil brokers out there that if you place a trade right before the news and you're like, oh crap, no, I didn't mean to press a buy. No, you can't get out. It says, I don't know what it says. I think it says off quotes or something. I forgot what was it, but or I think it says trade context is busy. I think so. Yeah. And I think there was an issue with that on Trader's Way. I think it says trade context is busy. I saw this on Brexit. People were trying to put stop losses. They all got ignored. They were trying to close the trades. They were saying trade context is busy. You can't get out. So market execute 15 to 30 minutes. That's my recommendation before news. If you're going to trade in. Like I said, I don't recommend it, but 15 to 30 minutes. So pretty much 2 candle bars before, okay? And make sure you click the right button, because if you don't click the correct one, depending on your broker, you may not be able to get out of that trade. So that's another cons against Muse, and which is why I don't want you to trade them, because all this stuff can happen. Okay, not all brokers are nice. Okay, so market execute wherever you think price will go, and if you're going to trade the Muse and you think you got it, just risk a small percentage. All right, 1 to 2%. All right, once you know everything, and you can probably out trade me, go in with a standard. All right, go in with a standard. But yeah, so this is my take on you guys. They complete the patterns, especially NFT, big time, always. But be careful, right? Be careful. No stop orders. Be early for the news. Be early for it, at least 15 or 30 minutes. If you want to be more safer, you can go for the hour. That's fine with me. Wait for the hour. Just be 1 hour earlier for the news, okay? That's fine with me. An hour. So from 15 minutes to an hour, if you want, if you will, okay? For this Friday, if you're gonna do that, if you want to give it a shot, even if you take a one penny size, it won't be a bad drawdown. 100 pips, what is that, like $10? But if you do it, you will learn. Oh, okay, so I got it wrong because of this and this and that. You can use that as a learning experience. And if you got it right, you're going to be like, oh, man, so I was right. So the news does complete the patterns, just like Cash says, man. He's not crazy as I thought he was, like that. Okay. So market execute. No sell limits either. Please, no sell limits on news either. Just market execute everything. No take profits. Just when you're in profit, just manually adjust it, right, with your trading stops, okay? Probably here and so on and so forth, right? Okay. So no stops, no sell limits, no take profits. Be early. So 1, 2, 3. Be early. BE. Okay. And 5. Identify the pattern. Most importantly, if you're going to trade the news, identify the pattern. Oh, wow, right, so slow. But okay, identify the pattern. Okay, so these are my tips for news. Okay, if you want, trade them. But don't tell me I didn't warn you, okay, if you get it wrong, all right? So this is my take on news. Let's see, someone said identify the anchor point on AUD CAD. Okay, before we get to that, is there any more questions on the news or anything else on them? Now that I got a little more into detail on them. I'll take that as a no. Cool. Let's move on.
Yeah, I got a question. My bad.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Last NFP, I was still a rookie, so I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't even know there was news coming out. But I remember specifically the spiking up and then spiking down as well.
Possibly, what was it, gold?
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, I have that trade. I shared it on. I have it here. Hold on.
That was one of the times I got RIP'd.
Good one. Okay, let me see, bro. I have it here. Hold on, give me a sec. It was I think it was on my day 3 of the video with you guys. I think. Let's see. AUD completes the pattern. Euro anchor. Euro and I know it's somewhere here. GJ, NZD CAD. Oh, this one. This was the last NFT. This was on
Shit.
August 5th. Yeah, this was last NFT. So, okay, so I explained it on my day 3, but that's fine. I'll go over it again. So, before they shifted the zone, they spiked high, right? And then they did this, huh?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit was crazy.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, if you